So we're out here doing a heating PM, so I figured I'd show y'all what I do on a PM. So first off, you want to turn off the RTU, just for safety reasons. Then we're going to open up the blower section. This one's a belt driven. If it's direct drive, really all you can do is check amps. If it's belt driven like this one, what I do is I normally first off check tension. Should have about half an inch of play. Then you want to take the belt off, which can be a little tough sometimes, but you're going to want to, I spin the pulley and sheave independently. Make sure it's not loose back and forth. Make sure it's spinning smoothly. Make sure you don't hear no noises. Then you just throw that back on. Then you want to come around the other side. You want to check the heat exchanger. Make sure there's no holes or cracks or it's not rusted through or anything like that. You just kind of want to look in there. If you need to, get a flashlight. Usually these tend to rust a lot and pit and make holes right here on these seams. Once you got that checked out, you come around the other side and open up the electrical side. Just visually inspect everything. Make sure these contactors and stuff aren't pitted or burning up or anything. Make sure nothing looks super rusted or anything out of the ordinary. If you have any capacitors, make sure you check those. And then you're going to want to turn the power back on. And depending on how your unit is set up or what unit you have or what unit you're working on, to jump it out into heat is different. You may have to turn it on the thermostat, or you may have to, like this one, take the wire nuts off and jump them off yourself. So you're gonna wait for it to come on. You're gonna want to open up the door that has all the heating components. Some inducer draft motors have capacitors on them, so you want to check that too. This one doesn't. So you can just check amps on it if you want. You see the flame came on. You're gonna want to look at the flame and make sure it's a consistently blue flame. If it's not, then that's an indicator that you have some kind of issue with possibly the heat exchanger or airflow or something like that. Again, you're just going to want to visually check everything. You want to let it run for a little while, make sure it doesn't cut off after a certain amount of time or anything like that. Sometimes these blowers will have a delay on them, so once it gets to a certain temperature or something, it'll just kick on, or after a certain amount of time, it'll kick on. So there it goes. We're gonna put that door back on just so it doesn't mess anything up. But pretty much just gonna let it run, check amps on the blower motor, check amps on the inducer. Make sure nothing happens out of the ordinary after running for a few minutes, but that's pretty much it. There's not much to it. That's the way I do my heat PMs on RTUs. Everybody does it differently. Some people go more in depth, checking safeties and stuff like that. Some people really just turn it on heat, see if it comes on. Some companies require you to do more in depth. Some companies don't. So it just depends on what you want to do or what your company requires you to do.